This is Tin Caps Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to Tin Caps on Deck, presented by Hoopy Insurance Services here at Fort Wayne Field in this series between the South Bend Cubs and your Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Andy Ockham, the third base dugout, joined today by our pregame guest in Tucker Musgrove. Tucker, been able to keep opponents off the board your last 4 times out, having not allowed an earned run. What's been the key for you in terms of your success here in the month of May?
As opposed to the beginning of the season, I think the focus has been attacking the zone, really going after guys and letting my stuff play in the zone. I think that's led to driving the walk rate down and really getting guys out and fewer pitches per batter, and that's been the key to success for me.
Talk about your stuff, upper 90s fastball, the wipeout slider. What's the big emphasis for you with that slider? What makes it such an X-factor pitch for you?
I think it's just the intent behind it. Aiming down the middle, letting it run out to the outside corner, just putting full confidence in it and letting it rip. I think that's what makes it special for me.
You joined this team last month in Lake County. In the middle of April, you made your high A debut at Classic Auto Group Park against those Lake County captains. What's been the adjustment for you just getting acclimated here to the high A level and high A hitting?
I don't think it's been too crazy of an adjustment. I think it's been me settling into the workload and just finding myself in the same situation a bunch of times and getting more comfortable each time I go out.
Looking at this team, this group, you guys are playing really good baseball over the last 4 series. You've taken at least a share in the last 4 sets. Just talk about the energy in this clubhouse, the vibe amongst this group.
This team is very special as far as the camaraderie and the relationships we've built in the dugout, in the locker room, off the field. Very special, very tight and wound group of guys. Couldn't be happier with how the team chemistry is and how everything's going off the field. We just got to translate it on the field, keep the success riding.
Working with Yorman Bizzardo as your pitching coach, what's the rapport, what's the relationship like with him?
Yorman's the dog, man. He's a very cool guy. Ex-big leaguer, so I know he knows what he's talking about. He has some feel. He's very patient with different perspectives and allows us to express ourselves in different ways that some stricter coaches may not, but I really appreciate what he's doing for this team and everything he's done for me.
What's it been like pitching at Parkview Field? A lot of times when pitchers come through, it's obviously more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark, not just from that aspect, just looking at the facilities itself. A lot of guys will sing the praises of Parkview Field when they make their trip here through Fort Wayne. Yeah,
Parkview has been, without a doubt, the most special place I've played at. The fans really showing up, especially for this past week, Memorial Day weekend. The fans turned out, made it special. We won some close games at home. It's been incredible. The facilities are great. Just a very nice ballpark overall.
Looking at the series last week against Dayton, you and Clay Edmondson serving as that 1-2 punch out of the back of the bullpen. You guys were able to close out a ball game on Thursday for Carson Montgomery. What's it like having Clay down there along with you guys serving as that 8-9, that 1-2 punch?
Yeah, Clay's a really special guy. He brings a different style to the table, being a submarine guy. I like to go in there and set him up very nicely for a close to get the save, and it's been working for us. He's leading all of the MILB in saves, so very special guy coming out for the ninth.
For you guys as a bullpen, with this rotation, having Carson Montgomery go on Thursday, Cash Mayfield, who's been out of this world on Friday, and as well, this is a starting rotation that a lot of people have sung the praises of this season. What does that do for you guys as a bullpen, having guys like that, like Carson, like Cash, that can go out and make big-time starts? What does that fuel you guys down there?
Yeah, when those guys can go 5-6 innings and put up the numbers that they've been putting up, it really makes it easy for us to stay engaged in the ball game, really go out there and have our best stuff and compete, try to hold the lead or get those guys a win. It makes it really fun. We stay engaged the whole game, so it's fun to go out there and just do our best for those guys for sure.
Your college journey to get here, University of Mobile, the NAIA level, and getting drafted by the Padres through there. Talk about your experience playing at the NAIA level and how you feel like that best prepared you for life in professional baseball.
The NAIA, it was awesome for me. They allowed me to be a two-way guy, which was really cool. I think that really expanded my IQ of the game and overall understanding of both sides of the baseball. I think that the way that they prepared me was they allowed me to go at my own pace, especially with the pitching side. Started out as a starter, morphed into more of a reliever role late in my career, and they saw something. The Padres saw something in me that they liked, and they took a chance, and hopefully it's going to pay off for them.
You get to spend some time this offseason in the Arizona Fall League. I chatted with Carson Montgomery last week, who was also in the AFL last year. One, just talk about your time down in the Arizona Fall League, what that did for you, and two, kind of the community that it forms in that league. We saw before one of the games last week a bunch of you guys taking pictures with your Fall League shirts out in front of the Fort Wayne dugout, and as well, your Fall League manager, Julio Murillo, was on the other side in Dayton.
Yeah, the Fall League was a special environment. It felt different than the low A level in the fact that there was a lot of guys that were fully prepared to work their plan and build their routine out and follow it to a T. I think that it prepared me in a way that it was a very close relationship to what I imagined the big league level would look like. We showed up, worked our plan, and performed in the game. Going along the lines of the relationships that were built, I know last week we played against Alfredo Duno. That was a really cool at-bat. I got to face him as the tie and run at the plate on Sunday, and that was a cool moment for us. He was my catcher in the Fall League, called me most of the time, and just the group environment and the relaxed vibe that the Fall League brought was very cool. Allowed me to blossom for sure.
Did you talk to Julio at all after any of your outings last week?
Yeah, I did. We called up quite a few times, just in the tunnel behind BP. He's the man. I really appreciate what he did for the Fall League, and then just seeing the love he had for the game and for the guys that he coached in the Fall League, just brought over to this season was really awesome.
Andy Occam here with Tucker Musgrove prior to their showdown between South Bend and Fort Wayne. One last question for you. You guys have taken a share of the last 4 series and looking to keep that rolling here in South Bend, a place where you guys took 5 of 6 the last time out here at Four Winds Field. What's the point of emphasis for you this weekend? What's the point of the emphasis for this group to get that done?
Yeah, I think from the pitcher side, we did a great job last time of holding down the run game and keeping guys off base. So I think that's the emphasis we're going to take into this week, is to try to go 39 at bats or less. So that's what we got.
Tucker, appreciate your time. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Lineup's first pitch coming up next here on the Tin Caps Radio Network.
Podcasts by Federated Media.